Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers as a set to get started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the fourth-year man out of Iowa State. Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. That one incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Purdy now on second down. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Purdy on first down. Open man there, it is Bourne. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. All of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or 2. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
Second down, they need 7. On play action, here's Darnold. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he'll get this to the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Here comes the jet sweep. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
So the challenge of these jet sweeps, Mike, is they happen so fast. Nowadays in these offenses, there's so much pre-snap motion that you don't know if the receiver's just going in regular motion or are they timing it up with the snap to give them the jet sweep. So when you don't get an early read, you see the leverage and the contain of the defense break down. And these receivers and the way they can run, they get out into space, they are a handful to track down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba there for the catch. First brought down, that pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
There's a short one taken in by Barner. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Darnold. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Bryce Huff getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. On 1st and 10, Parity. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Byron Murphy in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
The 3rd down pass. Uchenna on the tackle. That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And no takeover there. The Seahawks offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route. He creates great separation downfield. But now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Quick one to Smith and Jigba. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
To throw again is Darnold. Fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Jason Myers.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They bring the tight end in motion. Throwing from the gun is Parity. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this defense, they have come to play here. They're starting this game physical, flying to the ball. They are defending every blade of grass, and they're letting these guys know early on, if you come in our area, you better be ready to play through contact.
And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
To return, it's Shaheed. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And that one's incomplete. They really ratchet loosening up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
It's fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The 49ers offense make their way out to take over once more. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. Got room at the 30. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Open man is Jennings. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
2nd and 11. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught by Bourne. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 20.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
11 on the play. And a 49er first down.
Throwing again is Purdy. To the former Cal Bear, Jake Tonjes. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 2. at the 5-yard line.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Man in motion here is Jennings. Again in the air for Purdy. He's got it at the 3. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Throwing again is Purdy. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
Third and goal. Purdy. That is caught. It's Robinson.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Niners are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action with Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. Darnold to throw again. That one on target to Cup. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, They've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get on it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Huff brings it in left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Darnold to the air once more. It's complete. He's got Huff. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. To throw again is Darnold. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
Here's Darnold again. He's got his big tight end. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seattle. And a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and let's see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
13, 49ers 3.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense getting set to get back to work. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. Shotgun snap to Parity. Open man is Jennings. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Parity. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On 1st and 10, Parity. That's taken in by Jennings. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
2nd and 4 on the Seahawks 49-yard line.
They'll throw again with Parity. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. First down, 49ers.
Back to the air is Parity. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Parity gonna put it up again. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First down. 1st and 10.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
At the 6-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Back to the air again is Parity. And he'll just chuck this one to the sideline. Receiver in the area, so no grounding, but it's 3rd down.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he just gets rid of this one. To the sideline, it is incomplete. He did not want to throw the interception there. And now it is 4th down.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it. Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock, they don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. 49ers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The gun. It's Purdy. His pass left side, caught by Tonjes. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. The motion man here is Bourne. Purdy now on 2nd down. This one complete to Bourne. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Purdy on first down. Now out, and a short one caught by Tonjes. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Throwing again is Purdy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Niners first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll go right and find his running back, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2. At the Seahawks 18-yard line.
Here's second and 2. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Open man is Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds. It's just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down.
Another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one caught by Tonjes. And the Niners are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
At the 5-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Throwing again is Purdy. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Jake Tonjes. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will even the score here in the third. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Here's Darnold. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on second and 4. The run up the middle, it's Walker. The tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
That's good.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Upton Stout in for that tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Darnold. Right, Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Seattle.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Now, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
Now Charbonnet. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
We'll try and run it with Walker.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6, or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, Parity in trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Parity. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. Toss, right side, Charbonnet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here's a handoff to Walker.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have the Seahawks 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 1st and 10. Start of the foot, and it's a run with Charbonnet.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Barner. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
7-yard gain.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Darnold to throw on first down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Bryce Huff, he gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Moving left. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
A gain of 5.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Jason Myers.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Open man there, it is Bourne. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. And you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to it.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. On the run to the right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. To throw on first down is Darnold. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the handoff, this is Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Short. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down, Seattle.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer.
No chance at all. He'll go down. Cleveland Ferrell, former 4th overall pick of the Raiders, gets in there for the sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Makes the score Seahawks 22, 49ers 13.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to take over once again.
27-yard line.
We'll send a tight end in motion right. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Parity. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Motion man is the tight end going right. Oh, that is taken in downfield by Tunges. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing again is Parity. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Parity now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Parity. Taken in, and they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Parity. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So I'm not really sure if it would have mattered, Mike. I don't think they were going to have enough to pick up the first down either way, but at least if that ball's completed third down's just a little bit more manageable because now after the incomplete, they find themselves in third and pass.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. There's that man again. Another catch. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. He takes off. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That is caught side of the end zone. Jake Tonjes. Touchdown, 49ers. That his second touchdown tonight.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it, and the 49ers will cut it to a 2-point lead.
22, 49ers 20.
They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
All right, good effort. Just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but burning that timeout early really comes back to cost them now. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
The 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Brings up second and 9.
They run with Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Second and 11. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away with a 2-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.